morning's live stroll with myself and Azra. We are also going to be doing another little back-to-back. We've got the DJI Nano working as well today. Now, Azra, come on the path. We did try the Nano on the dog cam, which was essentially on her collar, and it was quite good to get that perspective. From Azra's collar, but there was a lot of panting, and it didn't really fit in with my channel, as it were. It wasn't really the right channel for that amount of panting, if you get my drift. So we will leave that there. I will see if there's anything I can do modification wise on that, but for now we've got the chest cam, so you will be hopefully hearing pretty well. And this is another little experiment I want to do. All these things I'm sort of doing in preparation for upcoming Disneyland Paris vlogs, and something that really excites me, if excitement is the right word, from doing these live streams, and obviously using this DJI Nano that I'm now using, is that when I'm not doing these lives, my hands will be completely free. And that really does excite me for some of the sort of stuff. Of course, I'll be using the Pocket 3 or the Action 4 and or both on different trips, depending on where we're going. Thank you for the like. Hi to you. Good morning, Simon. We are out this morning on our live stroll on Sunday morning. We're doing the country one this morning. We've got the light. We're not using any artificial light this morning, thank goodness. And then when I marry this all up later, I will do the back-to-back video as well, like I did from Cambridge last weekend. And it's quite cool actually, just to see sort of the back-to-backs. Obviously slightly different this morning because last weekend the Nano was on Azra's dog collar. But as I've already alluded to a few moments ago, there's quite a lot of panting because it's right on her collar, and the sound picks it up very, very well. So from that point of view, I didn't think it was really useful being on her collar like that, to be honest with you. But we'll leave. Oh, let's cross. Good girl. Go on, keep going. Yeah, I didn't think it was really useful being on the dog collar. Come on, Azra. Good girl. And as I say, so we're on the chest cam today, just literally above, or below, sorry, should I say, my chin. Above your sternum. That's where it is. And hopefully that will work quite well. Good morning to everyone else saying hi. Thank you for liking. Like and subscribe. The subscribing has been huge. We had a really good weekend this weekend. I put a couple of shorts on yesterday of our furry friends, both Azra and Ralph. And people love dogs. And as such, the subscriptions have just gone crazy. I think we had about 7 to 8 yesterday, just in one day. And for my little channel, obviously when it starts getting bigger, it will be huge, hopefully. But for now, we've got to build it up. You know, it's only a year older channel, so it does take time. And when I look back at some of the stuff I've been fortunate enough to do, I wish I'd have been vlogging then. To be honest with you, no, it's always easy to say in hindsight, and I won't be going back to some of the places. Not because they weren't any good, it's just because you've done them, you tick them off your bucket list, you move on, don't you? but I'd love to have vlogged New York. I think that would have been amazing. You know, the places we went to and saw, it was pretty incredible. I mean, I put on, that's one of my first ever, if you like, vlogs that I did New York, if you are interested, because we had an amazing time. But I wasn't doing this then, so a lot of it's just sort of candid photos taken from your phone, pictures, all that sort of stuff. And as such, it wasn't quite the same. Good morning, Callum. How you doing? Again, if you're joining up late, we are doing the country walk this morning with no artificial lights. The phone is actually making it look a lot lighter than it is. It's currently 5 to 7 a.m. in the morning. Azra's just doing her business, which is good, because hopefully we get it out of the way early. So I will have to put you down just for a second. Thank you for the likes that are coming in. But I'm hoping if she gets it done now, it's all done out of the way. Right, guys, just bear with. I am here, just so you know. Bear with me. I'll have to find a bin out for her as well. I don't want to carry this all the way around. I don't have to. I think there might be one on the entrance to the field, but we'll see in a minute, guys. Right, that's that sorted. Right, onwards. What time did you get up? Callum, you don't want to know. For a Sunday, it was ridiculous o'clock. I've been up since about 4:30 a.m. this morning. I've had lots of little jobs I wanted to do. And I couldn't sleep, don't know why. So I just got up, got cracking on, got a lot done. I always get loads done when I'm just sort of by myself. Obviously, Julie and James still in bed. But yeah, mental on a Sunday morning to be up there early. But, as I say, got a lot done. Now I'll come out for some fresh air, be out with her for about an hour. And then we will go to the cafe for breakfast. I won't vlog that, guys. You don't need to worry about that. Full English breakfast. And then, not a lot really going on. What I will say is this wind has completely died down to what it was yesterday morning. If you were with me yesterday, I was talking a lot. All the old cockerel's up over there. Azra's having a look. I was talking a lot about our football match we had yesterday. And the weather sort of not necessarily being very helpful. It was blowing a gale and what have you, but to be fair, we still played the game, and I haven't spoken about that yet. I'll come on to that in a minute. We still played the game, and it was windy, it was blowy, but it wasn't unplayable. Little James's team, third league game of the season, another win, 4-1. They were 4-0 up at one point. I think they took their hand off the rudder a little bit, shall we say. Got a little bit lapsy-daisy in the last sort of 10-15 minutes. When they were 4-0 up, we're crossing over here. Come on, Azra. And they let the other team in, which is annoying. It'd been nice to have had a clean sheet. And I thought it was really nice yesterday, because as you may know, I haven't spoken about it enough. Julie and I ran that team for the thick end of 10 years. Julie was still involved administrative-wise. But I decided to take a step back. Just because of commitments with mum and stuff like that. I just didn't want to commit myself to it. Obviously James still plays. I'm still asked for my opinions from time to time. And now I've been asked to do a little bit of media. I suppose, a little bit of media work. Goal scorers, their videos, all that sort of stuff. Which is quite fun. You know, it's quite relaxed. You know, you stand over, you know, on the dugout side, as it were, and then just enjoy it. But the manager said to me yesterday, he said, you know, you two should take great pride, sort of thing, you know, laying the foundations, you know, for this, you know, he said, I'm aware you never had this sort of, quality of squad. And do you know what? The quality of the squad is fantastic. And we've only brought in 4 players, maybe 3 players, from the team that sort of was disbanded at the end of last season. The rest of the players that are there are players that have been there pretty much all the way through, give or take a few people that have left and what have you, but the players that are there, barring the new players, are the players that have been with us most of the way through. So as I said, the foundations have been laid for this over the time, and it's not something that I stress about or worry about. The team doing really well now because I'm proud, of what we've achieved and built. So, yeah, no, there's absolutely no hard feeling about that whatsoever. It's fantastic to see them doing so well, it really is. Just a reminder, as I said, guys, as well, that not only we're doing this live, we've got the DJI Nano cam as well, not on Azra today. That's on me today. So from time to time it might sort of flash across when I'm doing the live with my phone. And what I'll hopefully do later on, when I'm doing the editing, is good girl. Try and marry them up like I did last weekend in Cambridge, because people sort of quite enjoyed it, I think. It's quite good to sort of see it from a different perspective. I think the perspective this morning is sort of slightly different because last weekend it was on Azra's collar, but there was far too much noise and panting. Where the collar moves, it's not like a harness she wears. It's a collar, so as such it is moving, and it was difficult sort of to, even for the rock steady on the camera. It was difficult to sort of keep it in sort of focus as to where it was going. So we'll wait and see on that, see if there's anything else we can do modification wise. Maybe a harness is the way to go, I don't know, but we'll think about it. She'll hate it if we get a harness, I know that, so probably won't do that. What else have we got here? There's some strange people. Strange comments. Ask no more. Right, so as I said before, this is going to be the country walk now. Might see some deers. Don't know what else might be out there this morning, but if we see anything, I'll try and point them out. Over to my left here is our local golf course. You can't really see too much of it, to be honest with you, but it is there. I was there yesterday with James for his GCSE. He's got to be doing 2 sports, and obviously the football clearly counts hugely, but he did want to do cycling, but sort of road cycling, as in sociably road cycling, apparently isn't good enough. So we need to do golf. So he's going to have to get himself back into that. He hit some really good shots yesterday. To be fair to him, he started using my clubs because he's actually slightly taller than me now, which is slightly annoying. But as such, he can use my clubs. Now I've got some pretty nice TaylorMades. So he actually was quite enjoying hitting the clubs yesterday. And he's just got to sort of build up that confidence. I'd love for him to be able to go a few times a week, but at this time of year especially, it's just not achievable. When you get home, it's dark and just horrible, isn't it? And the clock's going. They spring forward, don't they? No, fall back. So they go back an hour, but obviously that means it's lighter in the mornings, but darker at night, which is a nuisance. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I have done this walk once before, guys, on a live. If you remember, I came across some wally with another dog who had no control over his dog, and it drives me nuts that people let their dogs carry on in that way. It really does. You know, it's totally unnecessary. If you see another dog coming, just make sure you've got some control of your dog. That's what I'll say. Come on, Azra, good girl. Haven't really given my weather report this morning, other than to say the window's a bit easier. It's about 10 degrees, so it's all right. And this is a little bit of repercussion from yesterday, the debris, or Friday night into yesterday. I say it was very, very windy in the British Isles Friday and yesterday, so it's still a little bit breezy now. So where we are heading, sort of where those sort of 4 trees are there on the right, I think that is where we make the turn. From memory. I know where I'm going, but until I get there I can't remember exactly where we take a turn. I don't know how this wind is coming out on the look at this. That's rabbit bloody scent she's sniffing in there and rolling, more to the point. She'll need a bath when we get home. She carries on like that. Morning to Jacob. Thanks for joining. If you are new to the channel, do make sure you like and subscribe. We are out every morning doing different walks. This one is a lot easier because we've got natural light this morning, although the phone is making it look a lot better than it is. It's still pretty light, but the phone is making it look a lot better, which is fab. No artificial light this morning needed. If you've been with me during the week and even yesterday, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. But perhaps it will depend. I've got the Nano on, the DJI Nano as well, and I want to see what the wind noise is like on that without using the speaker. So I've got the microphone on this morning. Didn't really think I needed to. Come on. And what I will say is that my voice will be being picked up. I'm pretty sure about that on the Nano. But it's the wind that it picks up. Oh, I don't know about this one, but the Pocket 3 and the Action 4 pick up the wind if you don't use a microphone. If you use a microphone, it is mustard. It is really, really good. I can't recommend the microphones enough. I've got the Mini 2 microphones, and as I say, they are mustard. They really are. Come on, Azra. So I think it is where those trees are over there is where we make our turn. So on the left hand side, I don't think you can see it really, but that is a solar farm there. Quite a big one. Helps to sort of power the surrounding villages. I don't mind telling you guys, I've got tears streaming. This wind into my face is quite cold. I don't mind telling you, I've got my hat on because it is flipping cold this morning in this wind. So where's everybody watching from this morning? What time is it where you are? You normally do a lot of this first thing, but we were talking about cameras and stuff like that at the beginning. I didn't really ask the question, so apologies for that. Where is everybody watching this morning? What time is it? Anybody up to anything exciting today? Once I'm done with the walk, it will be cafe for breakfast. Got Grand Prix starting at 1 o'clock. Looks like Lando's doing everything he can to ruin his World Championship hopes, but let's hope. And I think we've got to go up to Julie's allotment as well and get a couple of things. And I might try and cut the grass somewhere along the line as well. So it's not too stressful. It sounds like, I've got lots to do. But there isn't too much, to be fair. It's not too bad. Oh dear. What is a bit bad is this cold wind in my face. And if I'm looking at the bushes, it looks like it's actually blowing sort of from behind me, but it doesn't feel like it. So whether when we make the turn in a minute we're going to get a bit of crosswinds, I don't know. We'll wait and see. Don't know whether the solar farm's coming out any more clearer now. You can see where the sun is going to rise from, sort of over in that general direction. Again, the camera is helping a lot with that picture because it's not as yellow and red as that. Okay, so yeah, it definitely is here. We're making the turn back towards the village. If we carried on along here, which I never have, but if we did, it would take me all the way to a little village, and it is a little village, called Flint Cross, which is sort of between Royston and Cambridge. Azra, come on. And we actually had our wedding venue there, wedding reception venue there. It's changed hands 2 or 3 times since then, so we've been married just over 19 years now. But it was a beautiful, beautiful venue and a lovely place. And obviously structurally, it still looks exactly the same. It's just obviously bits and pieces that have been done inside and stuff like that that don't make it as homely anymore. Come on, Azra. Which is a shame. But for our purposes, it was lovely. And we were so well looked after. We knew the owners and the organisers there. So we knew we were going to get looked after very, very well. And that proved to be. Come on, Azra. No, we were very well looked after that night. So much so, they shut the bar, I think around midnight. So a lot of people went, the people that were staying, obviously were still there. And I think the majority of people had gone, about 12:30, 1:15. He opened the bar again for another hour whilst we were sort of helping. And have we really been helping tidy up on our wedding night? Probably not. But that's just who we are. You know, a family friend had done the DJing, we were helping him. But they opened up the bar and he didn't charge us for any of the drinks in that last hour. He'd made his money that night well and truly. It was great. Really, really good night. Really, really fond memories. Unfortunately, a lot of people, I say a lot of people, there's probably a handful of people that were there that aren't here now, which obviously when you watch back on the videos and what have you, with fond memories, it's very nice to see all those people again. But yeah, it was a lovely, lovely day. Right, okay, so we're getting ever closer to our turn, and I've been saying about it probably for about the last 10 minutes, but it's a bit deceiving sometimes how far things are away, especially in a field. But we are now getting towards where we're going to turn back towards the village. I'm not quite sure how much further you'd have to walk. I'd have to Google it from this point, and maybe I'll do that later. It would be to walk from where we are here to Flint Cross. I don't know, I reckon probably about another 15-20 minutes maybe, but you can't really then walk back any other way other than this way, so it's not even a circle really, so it's not really worth it, to be honest. If I had the lovely Julie with me, she could get it on her Google Maps and she could tell us, but I'm just not risking going too much further for fear of having to make a phone call to her and say, come and pick us up. Because this walk we're doing probably is about 3 miles, this big circle. And by the end of it, I'm not going to fib to you guys, I don't know who's more knackered, me or Azra, to be honest with you. It is hard going. Come on, good girl. But it's been lovely not seeing any other dog walkers. I don't mind dog walkers, I just don't like the ones that have got no control over their dog. That's what I don't like. I've said this multiple times before. That is the solar farm I've been telling you about. It is a big one. It goes right over there as well, actually, all the way down there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but all the way down there. As far as I can see, that's how far it goes. Maybe when I do the editing, I'll try and put a little map on here so you know exactly where we were and how far it is for my records as well, because if it isn't very far, next time we do this stroll, maybe I'll do it and make the arrangement that Julie come pick us up. Perhaps. Anyway, we're making our turn. Ralph, he would be struggling with this walk. He would want to do it, and then he would have to be picked up. He wouldn't cope with this at all. Okay, so now we're heading sort of back towards the village. In a roundabout sort of way. It's quite a way away. I don't know how far we've walked so far. I'm going to have a quick look. What are we? I don't know if you can see that, guys. 1.44 miles. Come on, Azra. Come on. And it is, a lot of this now is uphill. And whether that comes out of the camera, trust me, it is all uphill. And I'm just now starting to regret putting a t-shirt, a hoodie and another sort of light jacket on. Just beginning to start feeling a bit hot. Anyway, we shall see. Right guys, I think we've been going half an hour. I think we're going to wrap this up actually. Because then I can do some shorts with the dog. So have a good day, whatever you're up to, and we'll catch up soon.